Jose, it's been a great summer for Sony in terms of downloadable games. They've really picked it up. We've got Rocket League, we've got N++, and now we've got a game called Galak-Z. Now, this is right up our alley. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah, no.
Because this is, believe it or not, a roguelike.
Roguelike space shooter.
That's right. We
What?
love those things.
I love them.
We love both
Put them
of those.
together?
Yeah.
Can I get Galak-Z?
Yeah. Well, how did you feel turning this game on and playing it?
I was excited, man. I love the hand-drawn art style. It looks like I'm playing an anime. It has that very classic, old-school TV anime feel.
Macross.
Yeah,
like
right?
Macross.
Nothing left to lose now.
You play through episodes. Each of the levels is based on a season, and there's 5 episodes in a season, so you have to get through all of them without dying, which is the painful part.
It is very painful. So
I die at the end every time.
Yeah.
Like, God, oh.
Like any roguelike game, this is about starting from scratch, getting as far as you can, and then starting over again and kind of taking what you've learned. And you do make very, very, very small incremental advancements by playing through it.
Sure.
Hey, I've reached a big asteroid, and there's definitely a cave system. Looks dark inside.
Well, go in and keep reporting.
So basically, as you play through Galak-Z and you kill enemies and you discover lots of different things, you discover, among other things, blueprints. And those blueprints get saved to the shop. So when you start over a new game and you are going to die and you're going to start over again, you now have access to more weapons and stuff and different items that you can get right from the start. Now, you still need cash. And to get cash from the start means you have to collect these crash coins, or what they're called. And they're kind of random and rare to find them.
Yeah.
But as you start to acquire those then get kind of exchanged right at the beginning of a new round, and you've got some cash and some cool weapons, and that's how you start off more badass than the last time.
And it's true. I mean, you can go around, and just the exploration factor alone is pretty cool, because you're like, all right, I'm just flying through space. You see some shrapnel, some broken ships. You start shooting it away. You're like, yeah, I got some cash. Give me the coins. Give me the coins. And then you go into like the heart of the level, which is usually some sort of circular world that you're traversing through, and you get a little map, kind of tells you where you need to go and where you need to save or what you need to do. But that changes every time, which is this right, Spelunky style.
That's the roguelike
That's
part,
no
right?
roguelikeness.
These are procedurally generated levels, which is a little confusing because we mentioned how it's also sort of a television series. It plays out like episodes, and there is a story element to it where at the beginning of every mission, you'll be told where you're going to go in there and you're going to kill some of the big bugs, or you got to go find some supplies or whatever. And there's actually a little bit of scripting to each one of these levels, and certainly the end of each season, there are 4 seasons currently, there's another 5th one coming. At the end of each of these seasons, you have a big boss fight, and that's all scripted as well.
Yeah.
So it's procedural in the sense that the design of each level is going to change every time you play it. But the overarching sort of plot that's happening is pretty consistent.
Destroyed. And that's mine.
In this game, everything takes a long time. This is a 30, 40 hour kind of roguelike in terms of really unlocking stuff. That's the interesting thing about Galak-Z, is that it's not exactly the game it looks like it is. Like, you're looking at it right now and it looks like, oh, I'm just gonna fly around and just blast everything and kick everyone's ass.
Seems simple.
You have to learn to not do that. You have to teach yourself to like avoid enemies, because it turns out if you get into too many of these firefights, you will die, you are under-equipped, and there's a lot of kind of using physics and inertia to kind of thrust a little bit and then float past some dudes and like try to sneak around.
Slow and low, man.
If you thrust too much, there's this little expanding radar that comes out that basically will tell other ships, it's like a noise meter, you're making too much noise, they're gonna come after you. It's really interesting. It turns into more of a stealth roguelike than just the space combat roguelike.
Especially for me, like, I would spot an enemy, and you're like, okay, I just came from this vicinity, I'm gonna shoot at him, and I'm gonna thrust back, and I'm gonna blow him up. But then when you're out in the throes of space, you're just like, I don't know what to expect. You start blasting away the guy and you're reversing. All of a sudden, these enemies come from behind you. You're like, oh God, now which way do I go? I don't have crazy guns that blasting off everything. You're dead.
It's super well done. It's really crafted with a lot of love and care. I don't know if it's going to be a game for everybody, but I think it's certainly a game people have to try, right?
I'm definitely with you, my friend. You know, I love me some roguelikes. I love me some space shooters. And when the two merge together, you get Galak-Z.
What are you going to give Galak-Z?
I'm giving Galak-Z an 8 out of 10.
I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 myself. Give it a try. Be careful out there. Be careful. Oh, God damn it, Jose.
I just died.